I get into the makeup looks, I always try to make sure that my face is nice and clean. That's why I always come on first before I start the makeup look and just show you guys my skin. It looks very, very healthy, smooth, radiant, probably because of the lights, but I'm just playing around. But you know, it's super important for you to take care of your skin, and I always want to share the products that I use to keep my skin healthy and glowing. And these products have helped me throughout the years. I've been using these products for over 5 years now, and I am a true believer. So I'm gonna run through it really, really quick. You guys know I use the Clinque All About Clean Cleanser. That's the first thing that I put on my face if I don't have any makeup on. And then I follow up with the All About Clean Rinse Off Foaming Cleanser Mousse. Now I'm going to tell you a story about this. It's going to be really quick. I stopped using this product a while ago, just for a short time. I was just simply using this product on my skin, and then I noticed that my skin was getting super dry. And I was like, well, maybe I should go back to using this product along with this one, because I wasn't having like a weird situation like in my T-zone. And once I paired the two together, oh my goodness, I have a really, really great skin. I don't have to worry about any little flakes and all that kind of craziness happening, because I would get it around, like in between my brows, around my nose. It would just get super weird. But that product, those two products paired together helped a whole lot with that. And then I always use the clarifying lotion, and I use this product every time I wash my face, and I wash my face twice a day. But you just use a little cotton swab to just put it on. You just pass through one time, and it, you know, smooth it all over your skin, and it helps your skin be very even toned, as you can see. And I finish it off with this dramatically different moisturizing gel. I use these products day and night. I use just one little dab of this product, and I just put it in the different areas of my face, rub it in, and I'm good. This size actually lasts me quite a long time. And when I'm super, super dry, I'm embarrassed to show this, but whatever. I've had it for a while, but when I'm super, super dry, I will use this Moisture Surge. There is a corner left. So I definitely need to get some more, but the Moisture Surge product is really, really good too for my friends out there that have really dry skin. And to take off my makeup products, I use the Take the Day Off makeup removing balm from Clinique. I'll open it up and show it to you. You just take a little bit of this and just put it in your skin, put it in your hand, rub your hands together, lather it all over your face, and just pass it through with a warm cloth, and it'll remove all of your makeup. And then I also use this Take the Day Off makeup remover for my eyes specifically, because I like putting lashes on, and I also use liner. So this product right here removes all the residue. I don't have to go back over my eyes several different times. Nobody has time to be just tugging on their eyes. So, you know, this is a really, really, really good product. But anyway, I just wanted to share before I got into the makeup look. And if you want to learn more about these products, they're going to be in the description box below.
Okay, loves. The first thing I do is prime my face. I'm using a primer that I enjoy using from MAC. And the next thing that I'm going to do is just add some of that Studio Fix fluid from MAC onto my skin. I am a NW45. I really enjoy just putting this product on the back of my hand and using a just a little sponge just to blend the product into my skin. Some people prefer using a brush, but that's just my method, and I enjoy doing that. And it does come with a pump. Now what you see me doing is just brushing my brows. I don't really have a serious brow routine because back in the day, girl, I was one of those ones that shaved my eyebrows off and drew them back on. What kind of a hot mess was that? But thank God they grew back, and the only thing I do to them now is I just outline them and then I'll just fill them in. And you know, I do get them waxed periodically, but that's my method. And I just make sure that my brow hairs are brushed in place, and then I use this pencil from MAC just to draw in my brows. I really enjoy using that pencil because it has a light feathered brush that blends my brow hairs in really, really well, and you just can't even tell what is the product and what is actually my brows. And then on my lids, I am applying the primer from MAC as well, and under my brow bone I am applying a little concealer from MAC just to highlight that area and just lighten it up a bit. I always mention that I have you know, eyes that kind of slope or droop down a bit, so I do little tricks to lift them up, and that's what I'm doing. And I just put a couple of daps, and then I use the brush just to blend the product in with light tapping motions. As you can see, it is not all over my lid. You don't have to do that, you guys. I know you may see some people applying their makeup and it's just a whole bunch of product everywhere. You don't have to do that. What I'm putting into my lid now is the paint pot from MAC. Now, I really enjoy using this product because it makes my shadows pop. My shadows stick to my lids, and I have oily skin and oily lids, so these two products work really, really well together, and I use it every time I apply my shadows. Now what I'm doing now is applying a crease shade, and I noticed a little bit further in that I was just not really comfortable with the brush that I chose, so I just switched brushes out because it just didn't feel comfortable on my skin. But anyway, when you are applying your crease shade, you make sure that you blend the product in really, really well, because you don't want to have that crease line in that area. And I am using my brushes from EIAKE Cosmetics and also Clinque today, and this brush that you see me using is a EIAKE Cosmetics brush. I really enjoy using that brush on the corners of my eye because it makes life so much easier for me. And I am going back in with that same brush that was a little bit harsh but I wanted to move that black shade around, and I just grabbed the first brush that was in front of me, honestly. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just blending the product in with a clean brush. That brush that you saw me use was from Clinique. And what you want to do is, when you're using really deep and rich colors, you want to make sure that you blend the shades together really, really well, because the worst thing in the world is to see, you know, the lines where the colors stop. Everything is supposed to blend in together seamlessly. And as you can see, I am applying a crease shade to my lid, and I really like how these shadows applied. As you can see, I am not getting a lot of fallout. I'm not getting any fallout, actually. And today I chose to put a lighter shade in the corners of my eye just to brighten this look up just a little bit. It's still very conservative and very much wearable to the office, but I just decided to do something a little different just so I could get a little transition on my lid and just bring the shadows out a bit. I also want to give a side note. I did use a black shade from a different palette that I have, and what I'm doing now is I'm just blending in the concealer under my eye. Also, you don't want to go all the way in with your concealer to the corner of your eye, because you are going to end up looking like a ghost, and honey, that's not the look we're going for. So keep that in mind. Be gentle when you go in with the concealer. Now I am using the pressed powder from MAC. Again, I am a studio, I'm sorry, I am a NW45, and you know, I'm crazy about the MAC products on my face. They just keep my skin looking natural and just looking like skin. And then I'm going in with a little highlighter just to lift up my cheeks just a little bit. This is a step that you don't necessarily have to do, but I enjoy doing it because I don't wear blush and it just brightens it up. I paired it with a nude lip, and as you can see, it's super, super cute. I'm glowing, girl. I am still looking sophisticated, colorful, and also natural. I love it. And I have really enjoyed using this palette. You should definitely put this one on your radar. It is gorgeous.
Okay guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the swatches. As I mentioned to you earlier, I have a little bit of a slight headache, so sometimes it, you know, really aggravates my headache when I have to look at small words. So you're gonna see at the bottom of the screen the shade color, so I do apologize for that, but I'm still gonna get into the excitement of swatching these palettes, and here I go. So I'm going to swatch the first shade for you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't use any primer. These are live swatches, so you can see how the color payoff is on the shadows. So beautiful. And actually, I would not reserve that shade for the summertime. I actually would wear that shade in the fall. It's so beautiful. These two shades are very similar, but absolutely gorgeous. You see from beginning to end, the color payoff was spectacular. That's why the price tag is what it is. Just saying. All right, so we're gonna go in. Stunning, stunning. And you know, you want to look for products that are actually going to give you a really good color payoff, because you don't want to have to go in and continuously work with the shadow to make it turn out the way you want it to look. You want to be able to just easily work with shadows, especially if you are a person that does not wear makeup all the time. Let's see, I am on shadow number 4, so let me get to number 5 here. You know, these shadows are absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's see what this one can do. This one was a little bit muted on me, but it's still very, very beautiful. And you can build it up a bit. It still turned out really pretty. This one is probably going to be pretty loud. And it was. Really pretty. So guys, I have been really enjoying playing around in my palettes lately. I have not done a lot of makeup tutorials lately on my channel, and this has been really fun getting back into it. Isn't this gorgeous though? I'm trying to keep it still so you guys can see the true color. Now this one is a little bit muted as well too, and it almost acts as a nude on my skin just because of my skin tone. But again, like I said earlier, if you have more of a pale skin tone or a lighter skin tone, that shade would show up really, really well on your skin. And every single one of these shadows so far have not had, they've had like 0 to none fallout. You see me doing it live and in action, right? You haven't seen anything trickling down my arm. So that tells you something. All right, we're gonna go in. Oh, so pretty. Now this one I could actually use as a crease shade as well, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a little muted. It is a matte shade, but I love it. And I love how it felt on my skin too. It felt so smooth and soft and non-intimidating. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting the party started all over again. Isn't this gorgeous? I mean, absolutely beautiful. So beautiful. So beautiful. Okay. This one right here is a little bit deeper, but yet fun. Really pretty, huh? I love these shades in this palette. I do. I have really enjoyed these swatches, and I'm not done. All right, so this is actually the shade that I'm about to swatch here. This one is the one that actually made me get this palette. You see? You see? Girl, when I walked up on this thing, I saw it in the store, and I was like, I don't know. And I swatched that shade right there, and I had to leave with it. And I went to the store for something else, but I had to leave with that one. Isn't that gorgeous? And you see how these three shades look so pretty together? I mean, so pretty. And look at this one. Very similar, yet very pretty. And this one, I'm just smoothing it out a bit. But this is the only one that had just a little bit of dust around it. And it may have been the way that I went into the pan, but you still don't see like the trickles of the shade either. It stayed together really well. So pretty. And then this is the last one. Curious to see. Really pretty, huh? So pretty, subtle, and even though this palette is colorful, to me it seems like it's very much user-friendly. Very user-friendly. Now, I always want to answer this question when I'm asked. Is it worth the price? Absolutely. And the only not the only reason, but the number one reason why I say that it is worth the price of the $69 is because of the fact that I did not have major fallout when I went into these shades and I played around with these shades and I applied them to my lid. The only downer that I can say about the palette is there isn't a really dark shade in here, but I think it would have thrown off the color story if they had included like something like a black, because to create this look today I did need to go into another palette that I have that had a really nice rich black to kind of blend this all in together. And the reason I did that is because of I like for my lids to look lifted, because as you can see I naturally have slanted eyelids, so I need the darker shades out on the corners of my eye to lift my eyes up. But that's just a personal preference. But overall, if you just had this palette in your kit or in your just in your makeup collection, and this was the only palette that you were using throughout the year, I would say yes, it is workable. However, if you need something a little bit darker, you do need to buy that extra shade to put into those areas that you want a little more depth. But overall, I absolutely love this palette. I have traveled with this palette before, and the mirror size is really nice. It's convenient. You can do your makeup on the go with this one. I actually keep my palettes in the boxes. But as I mentioned to you before, I've had this palette for a while and it's still in really good condition. So as you can see, it's durable, and it definitely was worth the money that I spent on it when I purchased it. I absolutely love this palette. I love all of the palettes that I have by Natasha Denona. Actually, I've really been enjoying using the shadows, and I'm really loving the fact that she came out with this size palette, because to me, it's more affordable for me. Yes, I would have forked out over $100 for the other larger palette, but I wouldn't have had as much fun exploring her palettes at that price point. So I just really love the fact that she came out with this size palette. And also, I just want to tell you guys too that there is an option to pop out the shadows on the back. I don't do that to my palettes because you guys know I'm the eyeshadow shopper. I love my palettes. I collect them, and I really I honestly keep the majority of them in the box that they came in. So I'm not a person that pops out the shadows, but it's there if you like to build your own you know, palette to take with you on the go. It is a user-friendly, very much a beginner-friendly, user-friendly palette. Look, see, I told you, flat, but I kept it up, you know. But yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed this palette. I have, if you get the chance to check out this palette in person in the store, you definitely should take advantage of the opportunity to swatch the shades. You will see for yourself how beautiful they are. You saw how they turned out on my skin tone, and I absolutely have really enjoyed using this palette. Let me know in the comment section below if you have picked this palette up. And for the most part, I think this would work well in a professional setting. I always tell you guys that I work in a business environment. I am a realtor. And you know, when I go out to meet with clients, I definitely don't want to have this over the top kind of crazy looking look on my face. You know, I want people to take me seriously. So the looks that I create on this channel are definitely a little more toned down, neutral, and business appropriate. So the palettes that I feature and the color story that I usually gravitate to are ones that would keep you in that status of being taken seriously, if you know what I mean. Even though I did add a little bit more of I don't know, pops of color to my lids today, I still try to keep it a little neutral and just a little toned down. You know, you never want to do too much, especially in a professional setting. You save that for, you know, those personal times when you're out with your friends or out with your boo or whatever. You're doing you know, that's when you wear those looks. But when you're in a professional setting, keep it toned down. Even these lashes, to be honest with you, are borderline. But I love these lashes, and these are the only lashes that I had in my collection right now. But they're borderline. If you go bigger than what I have on my lids right now, you're doing too much, you know. So anyway, keep that in mind too. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I love you guys so much. If you are interested in any of the products, they're going to be linked in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you ask